This is a video tutorial for healthcare providers of how to use the NIPT cell-free DNA screening predictive value calculator. My name is Erin Heckeman. I am a licensed and certified genetic counselor with Project Heritage. Project Heritage is a nonprofit collaboration with Special Angels Adoption and the Center for Genomic Interpretation, and funded in part through the Antioch Foundation. Project Heritage provides free services for women who have received a positive prenatal genetic test result. The link to the Project Heritage website is in the video description box below. This NIPT cell-free DNA screening predictive value calculator was created by the National Society of Genetic Counselors and the Perinatal Quality Foundation. These groups saw a need to create a resource to aid healthcare professionals in counseling their patients about the patient screening results. I will walk you through several case examples to see how different variables can affect the chance of the positive result being a true positive. The link to find this online calculator is in the video description box below. When you first open up the website, please read through the terms of use before continuing. There is a wealth of information on this website beyond the actual calculator. If the terms sensitivity, specificity, etc. are not very familiar, or you just need a refresher, look through this tab on the website that provides the definitions. If you read through this, it discusses accuracy and how even a highly accurate screening test like NIPT can have a variable positive predictive value. So positive predictive value represents the proportion of positive tests that are truly positive. And although test sensitivity and specificity are expected to remain the same across a broad population, the positive predictive value of a test varies based on the prevalence of the condition in a given population. The rarer the condition, the lower the positive predictive value when sensitivity and specificity remain unchanged. In 2016, the American College of Medical Genetics issued guidelines for labs offering NIPT. In 2018, a team of collaborators evaluated the laboratories offering this testing, and their findings were published in 2018 in Genetics and Medicine. There is a table with their findings that is updated regularly, and I've linked it in the description box below. One of their findings is that out of 10 major laboratories performing cell-free DNA prenatal testing, only one was reporting the positive predictive value. Let's go through a case example. Negative predictive value is the chance that a negative result is a true negative. If we take a case of trisomy 21, maternal age at estimated due date of 35, here you have the sensitivity and specificity. These are the default performance metrics. If the laboratory you used provides their own sensitivity and specificity, please enter those in. You calculate it, and the negative predictive value is greater than 99%. So the chance that this truly is a negative result is over 99%. If we look at the positive predictive value, for a patient who is 35 at her estimated due date, and she screens positive for trisomy 21. If you read here, it says the estimated prevalence of trisomy 21 at 16 weeks gestation for women who are 35 is 1 in 296. The probability that her positive result on the screening test is a false positive is 21%. Please note that the prevalence here is 1 in 296. If there are findings on ultrasound, if there is a personal or family history that would impact prevalence, or if there are other factors, you can update the prevalence directly and not use the pre-populated estimated information. If your patient had the sample drawn at a different week than 16 weeks gestation, the prevalence will also be different. And this is due to spontaneous loss in pregnancy. So if the patient is further along, her likelihood or the prevalence of trisomy 21 would be lower. And that's because of the risk, like I said, of spontaneous loss, which can happen. And if we look through another case, so trisomy 21 in a woman who is 25 years old, the prevalence has decreased, and so the positive predictive value, we will see, it has also decreased. So for a woman who was 20 or who was 35, the false positive was a 21% chance. In a woman who is 25, this is a 49% chance for a false positive. Let's look for trisomy 18 in this patient who is 25. You can see that the prevalence is even lower. So again, the positive predictive value will decrease in a condition with lower prevalence. The sensitivity and specificity for the testing has also changed with the default performance metrics. So this patient, if they screen positive, it is an 85% chance that this is a false positive result. Please remember that NIPT and cell-free DNA prenatal screening is just that. It's a screening test and it's not diagnostic. Results from prenatal screening alone should not be used for making irreversible pregnancy decisions. Diagnostic testing like an amniocentesis or CVS is strongly recommended to confirm a prenatal screening test result. Your words matter, and the way you deliver the information from these test results matter, and conveying the correct information really matters. If you have a patient who has received a positive screening result from NIPT and are searching for more information and support for your patient, Project Heritage is here to help. Services are provided through Project Heritage at no cost to the patient. The expert scientists at the Center for Genomic Interpretation do an in-depth look at the patient's test result to review the accuracy of their report. And Special Angels Adoption assists the patient with social work services and counseling and offers a peer match program as well, where patients can be matched up with someone who has had a similar prenatal diagnosis. Patients receive support no matter the outcome of the pregnancy. If you would like to refer your patient to a genetic counselor, I've included a link in the description box below to aid you in your search and finding one. Genetic counselors can be found local to you or through telehealth, or you can reach out to the laboratory who perform the testing, and they may have in-house genetic counselors to help explain and assist. Please look through the links in the video description box below for helpful resources, and remember that Project Heritage is here to help. Thank you.